So this is the little journal someone had told me to just kind of write everything down in, just so that I don't forget anything. Actually, it has all his stats on it.
She was in the bedroom, just, getting ready for the night, and I had her big pregnancy pillow out there. And when these contractions hit her, you could just tell it was a whole different beast we were dealing with.
We left pretty quickly. I would say probably within 15 minutes of that contraction, we were already out the door. He ran in to get a wheelchair. I got out of the car after he was delivered. We had told the nurses, by the way, the car's running outside the ER.
Doors open, keys there. I didn't even think about the car. Could have got there on a boat for all I knew. It wouldn't have made any difference, I just remember as soon as he came out, this overwhelming sense of just love for, this kid.
Got to see him, I got to touch him a little bit and hear him breathe, which was very reassuring for me to be able to just physically touch him. I wasn't expecting that.
You can't even really put words to it, It's the first time anybody called you dad. And I grew up thinking my purpose in life was to be a dad, and all of a sudden here I am being a dad, and just to hear it, it was like, for me, that was awesome.
I researched everything as quick as I could, but also trying to maintain some calm.
My whole thing was, I just wanted him to get better. I just wanted him to be where he needed to be so he could come home with us. And I didn't want to rush any of my time or anything with him. I was so worried because he was so delicate.
Premature babies and sick babies are so fragile, and they have so many potential little parts that could go wrong. One of our main focuses in the NICU is to make sure that we're providing the high quality care for babies. Similar to Jack's case, he had all the initial classic issues of prematurity. So his lungs weren't fully developed and his body wasn't fully developed. So he needed a lot of respiratory support, was needed to be intubated. He was on the ventilator. He was also briefly on the jet ventilator as well. And he started to develop multiple urinary tract infections. We started to recognize that, he needed a little bit more investigation to see why he was prone to having these infections.
That first night was a little rough leaving. We had all those bumps in the road, and every time that would happen, it just felt like another setback.
You have a baby, you expect to come home with a baby. And it was tough walking in to the empty nursery for a while, but you just tell yourself that time's gonna come when it's supposed to come.
You wrote here, although small, you amazed everyone with your strong grip, including Dad. Yeah. So when he squeezed your hand for the first time.
So when parents are here in the NICU, it's a very scary experience. And as you're walking through the hallway, there's a wall of photos of NICU graduates who have done great and have been thriving. And it gives the parents hope to be able to walk through that and get a chance to see that, these are babies who are here in the NICU just like theirs, and look how great and healthy they can be.
Every day we walked by that wall and we looked at everybody, all their pictures and their weight, and just thought, someday maybe he'll get onto that wall.
There's so many little details that help support the baby's care and actually help support the families. You've got the nutritionist and the pharmacist, the social worker who can help make sure that, things are cared for outside of the hospital for the families. You've got lactation there to really help support pumping and breastfeeding. And you've also got the physical therapist who can really make sure the baby is developing in the right direction and really can catch things that are happening as the baby's brain and body is developing.
It really did make us feel like we were involved in the care and could also help make decisions, which was huge because there were so many decisions that were going on, and to feel like you have no control over what's going on, but they were able to help us make those decisions. I really wish that I would have written more kind of how I was feeling, because I mean, not that I'll ever forget that, but I think just that it's going to work out and he's going to be okay. Oh, there's that laugh. There's that laugh. Hi. Hi. It just feels like such a journey, and it felt like it was like climbing the tallest mountain to get to this point, to feel like we, are kind of set with everything and he's super healthy, but really just thanking everybody at Evergreen.
When you're dealing with Evergreen, it's a top-notch facility with, the good technology that you want, but the people behind it are what makes it so investable.
That's the most fulfilling part of neonatology is, being able to see these kids running around and playing and thriving and happy, and the parents so much less tired looking. So it's great to see. And that's one of the reasons why we do this.
Evergreen set the bar really high for the standard of care that we would hope for with our son.
The nurses, our doctors, the respiratory therapists, everybody who came in our room, the lactation consultants, I feel like it's such a group effort there, and I wish I could go back and thank each and every one of them again, because I don't think I can ever express how grateful I am for the care that they took of him. And they obviously did a really good job, because look at him now.